So the smartphone in this box cost me the equivalent of about $50 US, and I have absolutely no idea what we're going to find inside, but I'm interested to find how a smartphone can be that cheap. So when I was buying the phone, the specs sheet was sort of non-existent. There were pictures of the phone, and it looked a little bit like an iPhone, I guess, from the back. Although it does say that it has a fingerprint sensor on the side of the phone, so I'm really not sure what we're going to get. Well, the phone looks pretty big anyway, and in the box you get a charger. On the side it says 2 amps, 5 volts, so that should be a 10-watt charger. But I'm really not sure if it actually is a 10-watt charger or if that's just something they've stuck on the side. USB-C connector though, so that means the phone uses USB-C, which is obviously a surprise in a phone this cheap. You'd think it would be using micro USB. And wow, okay, well, yeah, that is I guess the iPhone-esque camera bump at the back. It's obviously a rip-off of the design of the iPhone, but is it really a triple camera in this thing, or are they just trying to copy the design of the iPhone to make it look a little bit like that? Power button, volume rockers on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, you get this fingerprint sensor. So it doesn't double up as the power button, but apparently a fingerprint sensor on here, so we'll test that out. You get your headphone jack at the top of this phone, and then the back, I don't know, it kind of looks decent. It's got quite like a mirrored finish on there more than other phones, but it looks okay. And yeah, in the system straight away, this is obviously Android, but I can tell they've taken a lot of the app icons from Huawei's operating system EMUI. It looks like they've copied the app icons at the bottom here, you can see. These look almost identical to EMUI, but the settings app icon looks like iPhone's app icon. This is the brightest that the screen goes to, definitely not extremely bright, but to be honest, it kind of works. I mean, what more could you expect from 50 bucks? It's an LCD display, obviously. In the settings pages, it doesn't really tell you what the processor is, and I couldn't find anything to do with the processor. It's obviously not that powerful, but I guess it kind of works and it powers the system. So let's test out that fingerprint sensor on the side of the device and see just how accurate it is. Definitely not the fastest fingerprint sensor, but it does work as long as you touch it in the right way. I got a few fails, but yeah, I mean, it's a fingerprint sensor on the side and it works to unlock the device. But how about the camera system? That triple camera at the back, I did test it out, but it looks like there's only one camera. So the other two cameras, even when I zoomed in, or there's definitely no ultra wide option as well. So it looks like the other two cameras back there are, I guess, maybe just dummy units or something, but they definitely don't shoot images. Selfie video, I mean, I've seen worse stabilization on pretty much all Xiaomi phones, so that's definitely going for this phone. In terms of image quality, yeah, it's definitely not the best. The resolution on the phone anyway says that it goes up to quite a high res, but wow, this is, I mean, this might be like a 2 megapixel sensor or something. It's really, really low res and not the best images for sure. And my skin tones, wow, they blend into the background, that white wall. But actually the video from the phone actually seems a bit better than the photos and the images. So I would actually say that, yeah, the video is better than the photos. So it looks like the iPhone camera, but there's only one functioning camera back there. I don't know why they had to add the other two dummy units, but that's what they've done anyway. Big bezel at the bottom. Yes, plastic everywhere, but it is $50. And yeah, I did try gaming with this thing, and there are a lot of people out there that want to have access to all of the information and entertainment that is available online. And even though this phone is just a little bit weird, it does offer that and it actually works. It is a really important phone for a lot of people who just can't afford anything else, and this gives them access to many things that they wouldn't otherwise have. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.